Thank you for staying here with us on Joy News today. Now, police in Nkawkaw and officials of the Judicial Service are set to destroy large quantities of Indian hemp seized from homes in Apesika in the Kwewu West Municipal District. The Nkawkaw Divisional Command seized 204 bags of the banned substance from 21 homes. This is the biggest narcotic haul in several years. Divisional Crime Officer DSP Felix Asari has been speaking to Nhyira FM's Ohiming Teria, who is witnessing the destruction exercise. And Ohiming joins me on the phone with more details. Hello, Ohiming. Now, hello, Ohiming. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Now, how did the police get to know of this?
Yes, Benny, according to DSP Asari, the Divisional Crime Officer, police had to do this through informants. They set out the informants. They sent out informants to pick information from this community. And when the information that got to police thought was accurate, they hit the hammer at the right nail. And so in November last year, police stormed Apesika, where 21 homes, police found several bags of dry leaves suspected to be Indian hemp. And after police forensic audit, it came out that all of them were Indian hemp. So that is how come police managed to swoop on the activity. And fortunately for them, 17 people were also arrested in that regard.
Well, I'm just wondering how come the police could seize 204 bags from one community. 21 homes were raided. So does this mean this is a main occupation of the people in that community?
Yes, let me find out from Chief Superintendent James Safo Pepra, the Divisional Commander for Nkawkaw. So, Chief, you managed to seize 204 bags from 21 homes. Does it mean that this is what the people of Apesika do to make a living?
Well, I would say yes, because almost like you earlier on said, almost every household had at least not less than a bag. So I would say yes, that's what they do for a living.
How concerned are you with the seizure of this high quantity of dry meat as far as crime is concerned? Because we are told that this is where there's drug peddling or trading narcotic drugs. It's also got to do with crime.
Yeah, you know, we have what we've codenamed Nkawkaw, I mean the Easter festivities. This arrest was done last year, preceding the last year Easter. And we normally do it, especially when Easter, we are approaching Easter. We do that, we do troops to cover criminals, especially so we enter every criminal hideout. And it was through that we got hint of it, and then, like you said, we hit the nail right on the head. Why we did that is that normally a lot of people, people from all walks of life, come to during Easter festivities, and this is the time that criminals resort to smoking all sorts of narcotics just to cause crime.
That doesn't mean that this has something very in the Nkawkaw division, where 204 bags of Indian hemp were seized. Does it have this some sort of bearing that's related to crime?
Well, I would say yes, but not limited to Nkawkaw. If you look at the number of bags that we had, 204, it means it cuts across, not Nkawkaw alone. And it's true there were a whole lot of robberies about 2 years ago when I took office. And I must say, since the arrest of this number of bags, this crime has really reduced drastically.
We are also told that rape, defilement, and other suspects that you arrest sometimes mostly have possession. You also see in their possession Indian hemp. Is that true? And how does it happen?
Yeah, it's true. Most of them, most of the rapists resort to the use of narcotic drugs, and I must say maybe that stimulates them to commit to go out of jail.
So, Dennis, what is happening here in Nkawkaw is that police have a designated point where they have assembled all the 204 bags after a circuit court in Prior to give an order for it to be destroyed. So, as we speak now, judicial service officials and the police are here, including the media, ready to destroy these items. So, police are unhappy because when we look at the number of people who have in their possession or trade in narcotics in the Nkawkaw division and its environs, some sort of going up. And so police are prepared to clamp down on the activities of these illicit drug peddlers. Dennis.
All right, Ohiming, before you go, just a little bit of clarification here. With the 204 bags, we know it's happened before. Sometimes bags have gotten missing. Sometimes they actually don't add up on the due day of destruction. Has it been confirmed that these bags are exactly 204 as it is?
Yes, Dennis, it has been confirmed. That was my earlier suspicion, that indeed we've witnessed this before. But the police led me to the room where these bags were being carted. So the press, with our cameras, we witnessed it and we counted, and it's up to 204. I must say that police, before this incident, took some precautious measures. They assigned a particular one police officer to be in charge of the room where the exits were being kept. So they've done well to ensure that everything is intact before they assemble them for destruction.
Thank you very much for your time, Ohiming Teya, my colleague with Love FM, who's witnessing the destruction of 204 bags of Indian hemp by the Nkawkaw police. From Nkawkaw, let's go to Kumasi, because there are increasing reports of some residents there rejecting the new 5 Ghana cedi notes as legal tender, while some traders see the new note as counterfeit. Others mistake it for the safer franc. Now, the situation has been attributed to low education before and after its introduction. Prince Apia reports.
The 5 Ghana cedi notes, according to the central bank, was introduced as a commemorative note to celebrate 60 years of both the Bank of Ghana and the nation Ghana. But since its introduction and circulation on March 7, it has been greeted with mixed reactions. Hajia Mumuni sells Tozafi at Tech Junction, a suburb of Kumasi. She is one of the many traders with experience of people refusing the new notes.
Because it's kind of me who am say Togo. Obi beto ade okura na say uka kanwasa mana adane yibi na nukura ye.
When I saw the money, I thought it was safer from Togo. I went to the market the other day. My supplier refused the money. They complain it's small and could be counterfeit. That is why I also don't accept it. They should change it if possible.
Too much.
The situation is not restricted to food vendors and traders. Some commercial drivers and commuters experience daily misunderstanding with passengers over the new notes.
A lot of mates have been rejecting it, and due to that, I can't use it. It's still in my wallet, because when you buy things where the people refuse to take it, because not everyone has seen it in the system, so it's difficult to use it right now. So
a passenger gave us the money. After work, I wanted to buy porridge, but the seller nearly fought me, claiming it was counterfeit. I had to give her the old note because she was creating a scene.
Meanwhile, Kumasi-based think tank Center for Economic and Business Research wants education intensified as the new notes flood the market. Gordon Newlever Samoa is executive director.
But when there's no education, people do not have any idea Bank of Ghana is bringing any new 5 cedis note into the system. It becomes difficult for people to accept. So I think we should intensify the education on it.
Prince Apia reporting.
It's World Sleep Day today, and do you know that if your room is untidy, you wouldn't be able to have a good night's sleep? Well, that's according to Dr. Ruth Owusu-Entry, who is a psychiatrist at the Konfanoti Teaching Hospital in Kumasi. She also adds that the quality of your sleep is as important as how long you sleep.
And so it is important that we are not just sleeping, but we are having quality sleep as well. And some of the things we can do to be able to have quality sleep is to try and avoid some form of stimulant drugs during our bedtime. People would like to take a cup of tea, a cup of coffee. Some would even take alcohol or some drink containing caffeine. There are so many energy drinks that contain caffeine now, but people would even go ahead and take a cup of coffee during bedtime. That is not good. That will not give you the deep sleep that is required. Again, it's important that we maintain comfortable sleeping conditions. I mean, if you get into some people's bedrooms and you look at the conditions in which they sleep, obviously they wouldn't have a comfortable sleep. So make sure that your bedroom is clean, it's neat, it is not littered with clothing and bags and books all over the place. Again, it's important that when we sleep, we keep our lights off. The lights that we keep in our room on will not give us good sleep. This is because there is a mechanism that will tell our system or our body that, yes, it is darkness, it is time to go to bed. But if you keep your light on, the indication is that it is still daytime. You need to be awake and work. And so that is important that no matter the age of the person, from children to adults, you keep a dark or a dim surroundings during your sleep.
I spoke to Dr. Ruth Owusu-Entry earlier on Joy News Desk. So for those of you who are scared of the dark and sleep with the lights on, and maybe you need to find a way to deal with the fear so you can have some quality sleep. Away from World Sleep Day, residents of Wase in the Etrima Kwanoma district of the Ashanti region are demanding answers to why 3 bungalows built for the local assembly have been allowed to deteriorate whilst the taxpayers' money is spent on rent and transportation for government appointees. The 3 bungalows, estimated to cost about 9,000 cedis, are fast deteriorating, having been abandoned for 9 years. Meanwhile, the coordinating director lives outside town, whilst the planning officer commutes from Konongo in the Asante Achim North Municipality. The assembly rented a house for the DCE, which has now become the residence of the magistrate for the town. Kwesi Deborah has more in this report.
The building that you can see over here was purportedly constructed for the district chief executive of the area, and as you can see, everything is in a mess, everything overwhelmed with grasses. I'm going to take a tour in the building and I'm going to show you what this building has become. The project was started by the then DCE, the late Tony Nyame. The 3 bungalows sit on a 53-acre land belonging to the assembly. The buildings, completed 9 years ago, sit some meters from the town and have been taken over by bushes and rodents and a safe haven for thieves. Assembly member for the area, Christian Ochre, is worried residents have started encroaching on the 53-acre land. He decries the travel expenses on local authorities at the expense of deteriorating national asset. The iron rods and tiles we had in the bungalows have all been stolen. Last year, we planned on building the administration block. Because of the litigation issues, we had to stop it. At first, it was the haven of thieves. We spent on the coordinating director's fuel. The planning officer and the DCE stay far away from here.
Coordinating director before full hour de bano. Sending iska. DC baby or tia or oba. Not DC no muti ampetia.
The 2 towns have had the 9-year feud over the siting of the district capital. The Supreme Court has subsequently given its ruling to relocate the district capital to Twede, a decision which is yet to be implemented by the Ministry of Local Government. Deputy District Coordinator Yabuadu tells Joy News, though the structure is yet to be supplied with water and electricity, the litigation is making it difficult to carry further works on them.
Until the time that that particular place of capital is solved, my brother, it will be difficult for the assembly to put up any structure for the district capital, because when you intend doing that, actually the Fancy people too will rise. Hey, you are taking our capital to Chadie. When you are doing that, Fancy Chadie people will go to Supreme Court because there's a ruling in favor of them.
Reporting for Joy News, Kwesi Deborah.
You're watching Joy News today. Manuel Abuajiriafe is standing by with the latest in the world of business, and he'll be telling us how the dollar parity rate has improved over the past few weeks.